Hello, welcome everyone. In this video, I'm going to go over slope and y-intercept form again. So here's our generic form where y is equal to mx plus b. M is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay, so in these examples, we are provided information about slope and the y-intercept form, and basically we are going to use this information and make the equation or calculate the equation of the line using this particular generic form that we have. So if slope is 4, which is m, this is the y-intercept, so which is equal to b equals -5. So you can just take this information and plug into this equation of the line. That would be our equation of the line. So y equals, in the first step, I'm going to just plug in the slope, which is 4x plus b. Now here, it depends on what you want to do. You can either just directly plug in this -5 here, and you will get the equation 4x minus 5. Or you can just plug in this point into this equation right here, and then simplify it and get the value of b. So let's do that as well. So for y, I'm going to plug in -5 equals 4. For x, I'm going to plug in 0. And we have plus b. So this becomes -5 equals, this is 0. And then just this is equal to b. So b equals -5. Now we plug this into this equation. Y equals 4x minus 5. So if you look at this, I'm just going to do a generic drawing of this line or graph of this line. So this would be -5. So you're going to have a line with a slope of 4 going through this -5 like that. So this would be the y-intercept, which is 0, -5, and m equals 4, which is the slope of the line. So that also means that for every y value in the x direction, our line moves up 4 units in the y direction. So if you have slope of 4, you're looking at 1 unit here, and then we are going 4 units in the y direction. So a point here and a point here. Okay, so this is what this graph will look like. Now let's go ahead and with the second example, we have a slope is -2/3 and the y-intercept is 0, -2. So I'm going to go ahead in the first step, plug in the slope value, -2/3 x plus b. And then I'm going to plug in these values right here. So y is -2, -2/3, and x is 0 plus b. So we have -2 equals, this is 0, and so equals b. So b equals -2, and then we go ahead and make a substitution here. 2/3 x minus 2. So this is the equation of the line that has a slope of -2/3 and the intercept, y-intercept 0, -2. You can see, like, you can just plug in this -2 directly here. You don't have to go through this calculation as long as you understand the y-intercept is just the y value because x value is 0. So this one can be plugged in directly for b. Just make sure you keep it consistent with the sign. Here is negative, so change this positive to negative right here. Now let's take a look at a few more examples on the next page. We have a slope -2 and the y-intercept is also -2. So our equation is y equals -2x minus 2 because the y-intercept is also -2. This is the easiest way to do it. The other way would be you plug in y equals, for slope you plug in -2, and for b you leave it there, And then you go ahead and substitute this point right here for negative 2. Y is negative 2, so negative 2 for x is 0 plus b. So this is gone, so you're left with negative 2 equals b. And now you go ahead and plug in this value right here, so y equals negative 2x minus 2. So this is your equation of the line, with the slope negative 2 and the y-intercept negative 2. So remember one thing, the negative slope means the line is going to be falling. So we have a negative 2 right here. This is our y-intercept, so line is going to be going down like that. And m equals negative 2. So positive slope, line moves up. With the negative slope, the line moves down. Now let's take a look at this particular line. We have a slope is 0, so m is equal to 0. And the y-intercept is negative 2, so b equals negative 2. So y equals mx plus b. So we go ahead and make a substitution of these values. Y equals 0 for mx and negative 2 for b. So this is gone. So you're left with y equals negative 2. Now this particular line is called horizontal line. It doesn't have a slope. Our slope is 0. I mean, its slope is 0. And we go ahead and basically, sorry. Oops. Alright, there's an issue here. I'm going to go ahead and sort it out. Here we go. Alrighty, sorry for this. So this is just a horizontal line with y equals negative 2. How do we graph it? So we have this graph, negative 2. So right here, basically we have a horizontal line at y equals negative 2. And here, let's do one more and final example where slope is negative 2 and the y-intercept is 0, 0. So y equals mx plus b. Your m is negative 2 and this is b is 0. So if we plug in here, we have y equals negative 2 for m, x, and 0 for this one. Y equals negative 2x plus 0. Once 0, we can drop it off. So this one would look like a line that has the intercept is at 0, 0, so no y-intercept, or it goes through origin. And we have a line that would go more like this right here with slope equals 2. Here slope equals 0 for the horizontal line. So the graph would look like this. It's a moving up line with slope 2 and going through origin. With the negative slope, it's the moving down with the y-intercept at negative 2. Hopefully this helps.